Hi, everyone, and welcome. I'm Natalia Baryshnikova from Atlassian. I'm here with my friend Christian Kelly from Accenture. And today we're going to talk to you about a topic that's top of mind for many people. We're going to talk about enterprise agility and why is it hard, and how can you use best practices to drive a customer-centric mindset. So let's talk about what's so difficult about enterprise agility, because it is hard and there are all these challenges that organizations are trying to solve. So today we want to share what we find so hard about changing enterprises and driving transformation. Order to cash. I learned, did you know that I learned this term from you? First time I've ever heard it was from you, but you used that concept as a great example as to how specifically things can go wrong and how that customer value can present itself as value, but in reality it's not. So tell us more about that.
So I love this as a descriptor of what we've been talking about. So many who are listening to this will understand this. They work in an IT organization. That IT organization is trying to transform. It is filled in operations and IT organizations with three-letter acronyms, supply chain management, SCM, order to cash, ERP. So I walked into this organization that was trying to transform the way it was interacting with its customers because its business model has changed, its revenue model has changed. All of the people, back to the rebadging discussion, all of the people they could tell you every single process step in a swim lane diagram about how an order went through a system. Nobody could tell you how a customer actually experienced that. An external customer or an internal customer. And this is actually a story about a failure pattern. When we looked around, everybody had product manager titles, but they were so caught up in the three-letter acronyms, order to cash, like no salesperson who operates in that process step or marketing person or end customer using this stuff ever would say, I would like my order to cash process to be better.
I would like my order to cash now, please.
Right. They will say things like, it takes too long to process an invoice. They would say things like, you are hard to do business with because I'm trying to buy something from you on a website and I can't figure out how to bundle the things I need to buy, right? And so this is, it looks to those people, they'll take something like value stream and they'll say, oh, I got that because I have this process map, when it's entirely different. And so we had to go through this process with this client or customer to explain the difference between a value stream and a customer journey, and then the process stuff that they were used to. And that is so different to get your mind away from a process step and into a value stream. And the other thing that these three-letter acronyms like order to cash, they also they create silos. So I'm in this part of the process step and my process works until this part of the process step. And then somebody else is responsible for the other set of the process. Well, no, you're actually all responsible for creating value. So that's why that's one of my favorite examples. And it's those process things are important because they have an internal view, but they can become so internally focused that we lose sight of why we're even executing the process.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think that it's about changing mindset, like you said. And I think that it is also about why, but why in a different context. I feel like sometimes the teams are not empowered to ask why. And if you're a team that is going through a digital transformation, one of the best recommendations that I have is ask why and try to truly understand every single acronym, every single metric and what they actually mean, because a lot of bullshit can be hidden behind the three-letter acronyms and numbers. And unless you ask those questions and you really care about the business and the customer, it will be really hard to understand and disrupt and go through that digital transformation that you're aspiring to go through. So asking why and understanding and truly empathizing, like you said, but not just the little piece that you own, if that's a sophisticated process, but truly think about holistic experience that a customer is going through is a huge step towards success in that area.
Well, in that, and then you said, you also want to tackle the metrics. I am a huge fan of using shared metrics in an organization to drive to break down the silos and drive folks to understand that, there's a customer metric that may impact an internal customer metric, and linking all of those things to that value that we're talking about, because that changes mindsets.
It does, yeah. And shared visibility also creates, again, if it's a sophisticated process with many steps, then understanding how the whole thing is measured in ways that are meaningful to the customer is a great way to change it.